clashes between demonstrators and riot police last night, which were thought to have been inspired by the uprising in Tunisia. Well, Egypt expert Dr. Halla Diyab is in our Leicester studio for us now. Thanks very much indeed for joining us. These are pretty large-scale protests by Egypt standards. What do you think is the cause behind them?
Actually, I think what's happening in Egypt is something different from what happened in Tunisia, because Mr. Mubarak, the leader, is so different from Ben Ali. He has more control over the army, which Ben Ali didn't have over the army. And I think that this protest will be soon controlled by Mubarak himself. I mean, the question with this kind of protest which is happening in the Middle East, is it motivated by the anger of people against lack of democracy and lack of equal opportunities and unemployment, or is kind of anger towards what's happened in Iraq and in Afghanistan or in Palestine, whether really the Arabs think they have to change the situation in the Middle East towards better future and in order to have democracy than waiting for America or the Western world to liberate them or to help them in order to achieve democracy in the Middle East.
But if they're not inspired by Tunisia, as you don't think that they are, why now? What's been the trigger that's seen people take to the streets?
Can you please repeat the question? I couldn't hear it.
Sure. Why do you think it's taking place now? You say you don't think it has been inspired by what we've seen in Tunisia. So what's been the trigger? Why have people suddenly decided to take to the streets?
That's an important question, because Mubarak was the leader since 1981, and suddenly people now are protesting against him under the influence of what happened or what has been published in Facebook and Twitter. And the question is, has this then been motivated by maybe the Muslim Brotherhood in Egypt or by the extremists in Middle East who want really the Middle Eastern people or the Arabs to revolt against leaders and to create an anarchy in order to help them have a control over the Middle East?
Okay. Dr. Halla Diyab, thanks very much indeed for your time. Thank you.
Thank you. Welcome.